Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. You can find yourself getting a lot of attention when Terence Crawford co-signs for you and when you're working with BoMac. I'm talking about Lester Martinez, who fights this weekend. Try to pick up that WBC strap. Let me tell you something, man. There's something different about Lester Martinez. He's not just another one of those prospects climbing the ranks, man. He represents something much bigger. Coming out of Guatemala, a country that's never truly had a dominant global boxing superstar, Martinez carries the weight of an entire nation's hopes every time he steps into that ring. Now, what makes his story even more compelling is that he's not just relying on raw talent. It's that he's being molded under one of the most respected systems in boxing today, alongside elite minds Terence Crawford and Brian McIntyre. From his amateur days, Martinez showed signs of something special. He wasn't just winning, he was dominating with a style that blended technical precision with controlled aggression. His ability to dictate pace, maintain distance, and explode with power, and those combinations made him stand out early. You saw a lot of that when he was facing Mbilli. Unlike many fighters who rely purely on athleticism, Martinez developed a strong ring IQ from the beginning, understanding angles, timing, defensive responsibility. That amateur foundation has translated beautifully into the professional ranks, where he's continued to evolve rather than plateau. And that is extremely important when it comes to the sport of boxing. However, when you look at his professional career, I'm telling you, man, what jumps off the screen is his composure. He doesn't fight like someone rushing to prove himself. He fights like someone who already knows, I belong here. That confidence has been sharpened significantly by his association with Crawford and BoMac. Being in that environment changes a fighter. Let me tell you, Crawford called in and he was like, "Oh, I thought you wanted to spar. You think I won't spar with Crawford?" Man, I would spar with Crawford in a heartbeat. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Man, pound for pound king. I just want to know what it feels like to be in it just around. That way I could come out and then I could speak even more intelligently about that dude. But, you could sit back and look and see the shit Crawford's done in the ring and know that something, the man's great. So I can only imagine Crawford being one of the best fighters in the world and Lester Martinez being right there, having Crawford to point things out to him and help him and have BoMac impart wisdom to him, man. I just think when you're a smart fighter, when Terence Crawford talks, you listen. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about getting exposed to elite level thinking, adaptability, discipline. Crawford isn't a guy who's just talking the talk. He walked the walk. And BoMac brings structure, accountability, championship mindset, loyalty. Together, turn Martinez from a talented fighter into a complete professional, which is what I think is going to be on full display this weekend. You can see it in the details, man. Martinez has become more patient, calculated, dangerous as a result. Learning to press, when to pull back, when to go for the finish, when to outbox his opponent over time. That's the difference between a contender and future champion. And right now, Martinez is standing right at the line, preparing to cross it. And that brings us to the significance of his upcoming fight against Immanuwel Aleem. This isn't just another fight. This is just a defining moment. Some people have written off Aleem. You can't do that. You hold your horses, and let's not take it to the stupid. You can't write off Aleem. You just can't do that. With the WBC title opportunity on the line, this is the stage where careers are elevated or exposed. Aleem's no pushover, man. He's experienced, durable, capable of testing Martinez in ways he may not have experienced. So the fight's going to tell us a whole lot about Martinez, if he's ready for the elite level or if he still needs time to develop. And if he take another fight later this year, and then depending on what happens with Canelo and Mbilli, Canelo beats Mbilli, and maybe he gets Canelo in 2027. I mean, we just don't know, right? All I'm saying is, he's not a rising prospect anymore. That fight he put up against Mbilli made him a legitimate player in the 168-pound division. And I'm telling you what, that 168-pound division is quietly transitioning, man. It's entering that transition phase. Canelo at the top, but he's going to be out of here pretty soon. They're looking for a next face. They're talking about Mbilli. I don't know if that's it. Berlanga, I doubt that's it. Martinez has a real opportunity to step into that conversation. Matter of fact, boom, I'll just put him in it. How about that? What you gonna do? He is in the conversation. It's all about timing in boxing, and the timing couldn't be more interesting. Canelo's expected to return against Mbilli. Shit has fans split. Mbilli with that pressure and power, that's what Canelo likes. He likes people to fight. Canelo got that experience, precision, championship pedigree. I think that fight could reshape the entire division. Depends on what Canelo has left. He could come out here and say, well, I know I did this wrong in camp, I did that wrong. In camp, when we spar, people are sparring to win. I peaked in training camp. I had dead leg when I entered the ring. Hey, yo, hold your horse and stop taking it to the goddamn stupid. We don't make excuses. Canelo has a big opportunity when he faces Mbilli later this year. But I'm just saying, if Martinez continues to win and build momentum, he could position himself perfectly for a big opportunity in 2027. Either the rematch with Mbilli if he wins, or Canelo if Canelo puts the Guadalajara beans on what's his name, on Mbilli. Because you know when the Mexican horns pop off, Viva Mexico Cabrones. It's going to be Mexico crossing paths with Guatemala. And that shit's going to be interesting. But that's where the superstar conversation becomes real, man. To become a global star in boxing, you need three things. You need skill, story, opportunity. Martinez already has the skill. His story representing Guatemala on the world stage is powerful and remarkable. Now it's about opportunity. He's got to capitalize on moments like this weekend and continue to develop under Crawford and BoMac. There's a very real chance he becomes not just a champion, but a face of the sport. It can happen. And let's not overlook the cultural impact. A Guatemalan superstar in boxing would open doors that have never fully been explored. It would bring new fans, new markets, new energy into the sport. Martinez he's not just fighting for belts, man. He's fighting to put his country on the boxing map in a way we haven't seen before. And at the end of the day, this weekend is about more than a win or loss. It's about trajectory. It's about whether Lester Martinez is ready to take that next step from prospect to contender, and eventually from contender to superstar. What you gonna do, Martinez? What you gonna do? I think he does the business this weekend. Yo, good luck to him, man. In the breed.